Welcome to another episode of Dad Can We Talk? I'm your host, Anthony Ray, and today I'm sitting with a brother that I've been waiting to sit down and talk with, man. He's very intriguing. I've been waiting to hear his story, to really see where he comes from. He goes by the name of Blazel, and he's a rapper around here in Gainesville, Florida, and he has some stuff that I wanted him to really talk about today, man. He has an album that he just came out with a few weeks ago, I think, and man, we gonna do like we always do on Dad Can We Talk, man. We gonna talk fatherhood, we gonna talk some music, we gonna talk all things Dad Can We Talk. Y'all know how we do it by now. This is episode 31, so this is the first episode of season 4, actually. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, we still pushing, man. So, y'all welcome to the show, Blazel.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yes, sir, man. So, we gonna jump into it, man. The first question I usually like to ask, man, I like to know, what was your relationship like with your dad?
I honestly, I couldn't describe the relationship because at a certain age, I want to say around 7, he went off to prison.
Yeah.
And we had connections and we would talk every couple of weeks and stuff. But like, I really don't remember them. But like, I can't remember before 7, and I can remember us doing things and going places. I can remember like just certain actions of us doing. But like anything past that, I kind of don't really have too many fond memories.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely something that's real. You know, I can relate. You know, my dad he been in and out still. Probably up until last year maybe was so he's 51 now. Probably since I was a kid, he just been in and out. So definitely can relate. And did he just catch a lot of time?
From what I know, he didn't, but he had cancer.
Wow.
So like, and he didn't know he had cancer going in. So
Yeah.
like, he kind of, from what I get, is like he was like, well, I can do this and then come back and we'll continue as normal. But you know, if that's on your life and if that's in your life plan, that can't really, you know what I'm saying. So he ended up passing away in prison.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I lost him at like 11, I think. Yeah, at 11. So you know what I mean? And it's just you know, it's an experience. It's a life experience. You have your ups and downs, and it's different from not having having a father that's not there.
Yeah.
Like it's completely different from like you have your ups and downs, man. But you know, it's just one of those things where I told myself I would break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? I want to let that continue, even in my family. Whenever I got older, if I were to have kids, I just wouldn't let that happen to me.
Yeah, that's real.
Just a cherish the moment type thing. You feel me? Like every second counts, every minute counts. Never take anything for granted because you never know when's gonna be your last time seeing whoever you love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real, man. That's so real, bro. Definitely sorry to hear that, man. But you know, just thinking about that at 11 years old, man, you know, I can only imagine the toll it could take, you know, even if you're not necessarily
cognizant of all the facts. You feel me? Like it was just like, yo, like he's gone. Like he's been gone, but like now there aren't any phone calls, there aren't any presents coming on my birthday or on Christmas or just randomly because he got it like that. He can just, like, somebody told him about something, he's like, yo, send it to my son or to my daughter, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, it's like a, you know, the years in prison were like a fading away, then it was just like a poof whenever, you know, it happened. So, you know, like I said, it's a life experience, and you know, it had its tolls on my life, but it also taught me a lot of things. Just like I said, the value every second thing. Like, I don't know if I would have learned that lesson
That's real.
if I didn't go through that. You know what I mean? So
that's real. Yeah, that's real, man. And a quick disclaimer: if y'all hear sounds or noises or people laughing or talking in the background, we are on location at Swamp City, so y'all just block that out. Just block that out, man. We here chilling, man. But yeah, man, that's definitely an experience, man. That that's something that I could not relate to, and I'm more than sure that that's something that like you said, that you did. It's taught you a lot and probably made you, just a better person in general. Just knowing that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that, like, like, anytime it could be gone, just out of nowhere, and it ain't in plans, it ain't written down, it just happens, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta cherish those around you.
That's real. So with that relationship taking the route that it took, how would you say, or it will, if it has, it may not or may have, how has that affected your relationship now that you have a son of your own now?
It makes me be there every day, every day. There's not a day I take off of being a father. Like you said, you introduced me as a rapper, but like I would tell people I'm a father first, then an artist, and then we can get into whatever, you know what I mean? But like just on a daily basis, that's what I live for, is to make sure that he doesn't have to struggle the way I did mentally, or just like because we didn't really struggle financially, just like mentally, just making sure he's always in a good headspace, letting him know that he's got support, a good support system anytime he wants to talk, even if it's something that he knows I'm not gonna like it still needs to be heard, you know what I mean? So like it's okay. Like I've been there when I had to tell people stuff and I couldn't tell nobody because there was nobody, and I know what it's like to bottle stuff up and it fester and then it turns into other things. So I always keep an open line of communication. I always tell him he can be himself. Encouragement is key, and education. You know what I mean? It reinforced a lot of things that you naturally start to get as a parent, but it, like, just my past experiences just made them kick in like double time. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real, man. So how old is your son?
9.
Okay, so he's 2 years older than my daughter. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. And I see he be trying to ball.
Yeah, man. He do his thing, man. Like he does a little bit too much, but like it's just because he got like so much. Like he's I tell him all the time, like he's so advanced that like I don't know how he got to this point, but like he's so advanced to where like he skips certain basics. So like he's like 10 steps ahead, but like he's kind of like 2 steps back because of certain things he didn't take the time to really slow down and learn. But like he's learning to adjust, and like he's a very confident kid, man. Like Kobe, like he gonna call this shot out, and like I love it, man. Like I love watching him play. Like I love the trash. Like he talks trash, but like it's not like, but you can tell like it's just like I believe in me. Like I don't know what you got going on, but this is me right here. We gonna hold it down right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful to see, man. And it's just one of those things where you just be in this corner. Like as long as he wants to do it, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's so real. I be seeing that joke on the little videos. I'm like, but that boy really out there trying to shoot that.
Like he dropped 28 in the game.
No.
What? Like I got it on my phone. 28.
Yeah.
Like he got it was the week before he got eliminated out of the playoff game, and he felt horrible.
Yeah.
The next time out, he came out and dropped 28.
No, man.
28. Like
that boy really out there.
It was really like, like this is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was like crazy to sit there and just watch him like do some of this stuff, and me and my brother like, bro, I did not teach him that.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that from. That's not something he learned in my house. And it's just, like that's when we kind of knew like, if he wants to do it, he probably can do it at a high level. So you know what I mean? Like I've been pushing him and stuff just to work on stuff that, just like I watched a lot of Kobe growing up, and I show him like videos and stuff, and I tell him like, every year Michael Jordan added something. like every year he came back and added something. Like when he couldn't add anything else, the only thing he was missing was strength.
Yeah.
So he worked out all summer and got big and came back and destroyed the Pistons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's just one of those things where, as I'm a student of the game of music, I try to teach him to be a student of the game of basketball.
Yeah. Straight up.
Just master the craft. If anything you do, love it. You know what I'm saying? If you love it, go hard for it, no matter what. Don't let nobody tell you can't really turn it into or monetize it. Like anything can be monetized as long as you have a plan and an action behind it, and it's a market for it.
That's real. And I think that's something that's important that we got to teach our children, man. You know, 'cause a lot of us didn't grow up, you know, as black kids in the black community. A lot of times,
like creative arts was poo-poo. Like I can remember like people telling me like, yo man, like that's not gonna pay no bills, or you know, like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You need to go be it. And like there's nothing wrong with being a doctor or a teacher or a community activist. Like everybody has their role, but you know, like certain people, just like you say in our community. And I would like to say that that's changing now with our generation.
Yeah, I think
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would like to say that that's changing, but like just as far as when I was growing up, like me like wanting to be in the NBA was far fetched.
Yeah.
Like nobody fed into that dream nobody fed into that dream. And it wasn't like I was bad. People just was like, yo, like you have to be real. And it's like I'm 8.
Yeah.
Why I gotta be real right now? Like, let me shoot for the stars. Like, gas me up to shoot for the stars. And if I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, be there to catch me like the parent you are.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's one of those things where, you know, like they're older. They didn't know no better, but we know better now. So, you know, like we like what we like, and just as a black person or a black man, like when you hit 30, like your whole interest changed. Like you changed everything about. Like I changed everything about how I was living, and like I wasn't even living bad. I just was, I don't know, just like not as cut around the corners and not as tight as I needed to be. But it's just one of those things where you wake up one morning and be like, you know what, I'm gonna get this done at 7 in the morning instead of 2 in the afternoon whenever it's hot and everybody else is out. And then, you know what I mean, it's just adjusting, man, and you get better with time with anything, man. So
that's real, man. How I want to ask you, you know, when you first found out, like what was your first like reaction and your thought like when you found out you was about to have your first child? Like, what was that like?
Man, it was scary and exciting. Scary because like I know how I am. I'm naturally a lazy person. Like people swear I work my ass off.
Yeah.
I work just enough for y'all to say like he's working his ass off. Then I'm like, all right, cool, I can go lay down. You know what I'm saying? But I just know like me, like as a person, like I had trained myself at 22, by 22, 23. I had trained myself to like literally just take care of one person, me.
Yeah.
So like, and his mother at the time, you know what I mean? So like, and I really was kind of struggling with that at first, but I was learning my way around that, and then just to be like, yo, now you got 3 people to feed. Yep. Like you're not a street kid out here running around and getting like fuck off with your money. Like, yo, it's somebody out here who doesn't eat. Yep. If you don't bring home the money that night. So like you can't be out here gambling and go broke. You can't be out here like spending all your money on BS, you know what I'm saying? And not having nothing saved, you know what I mean? Like those days were over. So like it was just a realization that like, yo, like, all right, cool. Like, you know, like you're living a bit reckless right now.
Yeah.
So here's a speed bump, you know what I mean? And just cruise, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, I was scared because it was just gonna be a big life change, and I just didn't know what to expect, you know what I mean? But I was excited because you know what I mean? Who doesn't want, like I said, I don't know about nobody else, but just the thought of me being able to have a family was like gold to me. So you know what I mean? That was exciting.
That's real, man. I always like to hear about those stories, you know, 'cause like you say, you know, that first thing, that first thought for me was that same thing, like, man, you know, it's time to get it now.
Yeah, like yeah, it ain't no time to be bullshit. Like it's somebody depends on me now. Like with not a girlfriend, not somebody who came out of somebody I created. Like this is my responsibility. This is my, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just one of those things where you like, okay, like you like okay, all right, cool, you pregnant, all right, and then like you might get by yourself, you be like, yo, like I ain't tripping, but like, yo, all right, cool, like, but yo, like it's real out here now, like can't be. It's real out here, you know what I mean? So, like I said, you just have to have that talk with yourself and just be like, all right, like time to tighten up.
See, and this is another thing that I don't think a lot of people see this side. Like, you know, I always talk about changing the narrative. I want people to understand that, you know, especially like you said, with our generation, it's different. You know, like when most guys I know, in our age range, man, when we find out we about to have children, it ain't, oh boy, I can't be doing that. You know, most men that I know, you know, that I can say I know personally, man, these dudes are taking care of their children, you know, and I think the media don't focus on that a lot. And that was one of the things that drove me to get into media. You know, because I'm like, man,
to make a different story, you know. And I understand that, you know what I mean. It's but it's one of those things where like, I honestly like if you're not a good parent to your kids, like you can't even be around me.
All right.
Like I don't like, and you know, like nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to be the perfect parent, but like if you're not even active in your lively children's life, then there's no reason like you can't come hang out with me. You can't come to no shows. We're not gonna do none of that.
If you don't care about your children,
like you don't care. I know you don't care about, bro. I know you don't care about me. Like there is no possible way. Like you got blood running around here. And you want that's not logical. So you know what I mean? It's one of those things where like you gotta enforce it. Even like where like I sometimes like a little homie might be like, I'm like, well, hey. Time to tighten up. Like, shit's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want somebody else taking care of your child? Like, you ever, like, been, like, you don't want that. Like, you don't want those problems. Like, you might feel bad now because, like, you got one on the way, but just imagine 3-4 years and, like, you trying to connect with your child and he's calling somebody else that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the mind fuck that would be. You feel me? So, like, it's just one of those things where, like, hey, man, like, you gotta be there, man. Like you created this child, like they didn't ask to be here, and you just gotta man up. You was man enough to put your dick in it, man up to get your shit together.
Straight up. I want to ask you this, man. What's the most challenging part of fatherhood to you this far after 9 years?
Really dealing with his mother, to be a buck with you, but I can do that. Like just trying to be real with him and still letting him be a kid. Yeah. That's really the most you know what I'm saying, being a black kid in America right now is probably crazy. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, like, cause being a black man in America is dangerous. Yeah. But you know, I'm dangerous, so that's really evens out. But yeah, I just trying to keep him level-headed, but always just being real with him, you know what I mean? And just like we had a conversation earlier about kind of like, he was like, he used to stay in a bad neighborhood, and I was like, well, or there were bad people. I'm like, people are bad. Like, some people are bad. Yeah. But, like, some people just don't know no better. Yeah. So, like, you know what I mean? They're not taught, you know what I'm saying, like, values, so they don't know no better. So, you have to distinguish, like people who don't know no better and just bad people. And sometimes you can't, but, like, at a certain age, you'll be able to distinguish, like, yo, you did something when you were 8 or 9 to me, like, yo, bro, you didn't know no better. Like, I can't judge you. I'm not going to judge you for that because I see how you was raised. Like, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? But, like, a grown person doing dumb shit and touching people and stealing, like, those are horrible people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just got to be able to distinguish the two and give everybody a chance and always be open-minded. So, like, I just tell them, like, just be you. Be a stand-up person. And always have integrity. Always do the right thing when nobody's looking. It don't matter if I'm looking. Like, just know, like, just what would your dad think if you finna do something? Just that's what I'd be like. Yo, just think of what I would say if you finna do this, and you know how I would react. And you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you just install like choices are everything. Like choices become bad habits. And I've seen that personally from myself, from friends, and I've seen it, you know what I'm saying, from the worst way to the best of turnarounds. But, you know what I mean, I've seen everything, like all types of people on all types of spectrums.
That's real. Man, I've been having a hard time lately. You know, my oldest is 7. And I've been trying to, how I want to say, I really been trying to balance how I balance my discipline, because I know at times, bro, like I'm literally just down her throat, bro, all the time, and it's like I'm afraid that as she get older, she'll be scared to come to me, because she said something yesterday to me. I was so mad the other night. I was pissed, bro. Listen to me, boy. So mad with this girl. And I'm just asking her, why would you do this? And she said, Dad, she was crying, she crying. I'm like, man, just shut up, man. Tell me why you did it. And then she was like, Daddy, I want to tell you, but I'm so scared, you know, that you just so mad. And I'm like, well, why? And so I had to really think, like,
all right, she's scared because I'm upset. So whatever she got to say, she like think it's finna like send me over the edge. Like I have that problem. Like for the most part, I'm a calm person, but I feel like my son sometimes can like he's an image of me. So I know the shit I used to do to like just get over on people. So like whenever I see it from him, like I'm like, yo, stop it. And then go about your, make sure you know what you're supposed to do. I'm like, he'll just keep pushing the button, and then like I'm like, yo, you don't have the room to cry when somebody's spoken to you like a calm person, and you keep pushing the button. Like you can't do that. So like, cause like even with the e-school thing, like that's been kind of rough for us, cause like I said, like him, like I make him work a little bit longer than anybody else, just cause I know his potential, and I know everybody else is letting him off because he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't expect him to be okay. I expect him to be great at whatever he does. Like not because I expect him to, because I've seen his potential. I've seen the type of things my son can do. So like when somebody tell me he's tired or something, like no, he's not. Like he playing on you because he know you gonna be like, all right, go ahead. But he's not gonna play like that with me because he knows like, all right, if I don't get out here and work, I'm gonna work twice as hard and still end up working because I didn't do it the first time. So let me go ahead and so like I got a boy, so like they need that sometimes. They need, like I tell them, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be hard on you, the hardest on you anytime, because like you my responsibility. Like whenever a black boy makes a bad decision, they look at his father and be like, well, what is his dad teaching him? Like, you know what I mean? So like it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, anything you do, like they gonna look at your last name and they gonna be like, well, like, you know what I'm saying? So when you leave that house, you remember what your last name is, and remember who else name is attached to that. Because if I hear something, like he did something in front of my cousin, didn't even know it was my cousin.
Yeah.
Cousin called me right there. I'm like, give him the phone. I'm like, listen, sit. No, I don't even think he gave me the phone. I was like, just take him in the back of the bus and do what you got to do. And like he got home and he called me. He was like, Dad. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, maybe next time you shouldn't open your mouth like that and tell an adult and not know, because you don't know who I know. Yep. That man called me soon as you said the dumb shit you said. Soon as you said it, he called me. Soon as, like, he didn't wait 5 minutes. He was like, cuz. He just said, yada, yada. He was like, all right, cool. Take him to the back of the bus, rough him up a little bit. He'll call me and he'll tell me. He called me. He was like, Dad. So I'm like, yeah. You don't know who I know. So like, just because I ain't in front of you or I can't get to you, that don't mean I won't get to you, and that don't mean whatever you do out of my eyesight that won't get back to me. Like that's gonna get to me. Like you don't even know who I know. Like, you don't know how big. Like, you just think I'm your dad. Like, you be like, yeah. Like, people know you everywhere, but like people know me everywhere. So anything, like you say, if you see that little red kid, you would know because he was on my story.
Yeah.
So like people would know who my kid is. So I'm like, yeah, bro, don't be out here doing nothing stupid to make me look like I'm not raising you the right way. Because everybody knows that is not true.
Yeah.
Like they know that I'm not teaching you to do out of pocket stuff. So anytime you really do something crazy, I'm like, yo, where did you learn that from?
Yeah.
Like, where did you learn that from?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't teach you that. I know your mom's not teaching you nothing like that. So, you know, it's just one of those things where sometimes you got to be hard on them. Because, like, even with a lot of outside influences, you don't want to, like, wreck their world. You know what I mean? Like, I started to do that with the YouTube thing, honestly. Because I kind of, like, I don't know, it's just something about watching people play, like people do certain videos, like it just creeps me out.
Yeah.
So like I was real like hard on them and stuff about the YouTube situation.
Yes, sir.
But I had to learn like, yo, bro, like listen, I'm gonna give you this back, but like don't abuse it. Like I don't want to come in the room every time you watching somebody else do something. That's like that's crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. So like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, cool, like you want to have discipline, but you gotta have a very good balance. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to like, damn man, I can't do nothing to this man's house because he got a rule for everything. And like, I definitely didn't want to be one of those dads who be like, oh well, you can't watch this because of, you know what I'm saying? And you know there are things like that out there, but like I said, man, you try to find a balance, and I try not to rain on too many of his parades, man.
Yeah. Boy, it's definitely is. Boy, that's probably one of the hardest things for me, boy. Cause me,
yeah, bro. I'm definitely like, damn, bro. Like, I'm finna say something. Like, yo, bro. Like, turn that. What? I'm just bro. Just turn it, please. I don't want to get into that argument. You're not like, you don't want me to go down the TV rabbit hole with you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Just do what I'm asking you to do before I get upset, bro. Like, you know, like I ain't even finna argue with you about nothing like that, but just turn the TV and I'm going about my business, you know what I'm saying? And at this point, he kind of just, he don't even feel like at first, like he would be like, yo, well, why I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But like, I would just be like, but now at this age, if I tell him like, yo, like you shouldn't be watching that, he'll just turn it in and find something else to watch. So like I said, you know, as you learning your kid is learning you. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like they know, like that's how we know what buttons to push with our parents. Cause like we like, all right, well, I know they not gonna tell me I do this, but if I go a little bit too far and do this, he gonna fucking blow his top. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like one of those things where it's like in a relationship, a give and take. You know what I mean? Like you can't give them too much, but you do want to give them something. You know what I mean?
Give them a little bit of space.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give them to be their own person, and growing to whoever they're going to be, no matter what he decides to choose.
Straight up. Man, how do you balance your time as a work, parenthood, all of that? You know, music.
It's stressful. But I make sure I always keep him first, and like I always have I have a business mindset. So like I actually own a part of a family company. So like when I'm not doing that, I'm working for myself.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Anytime I think of it that way, I'm like, yo, all right, cool. I'm working for myself today. Like I'm working for myself these couple hours, and then I design my schedule because I have him half of the week. So like every week, so like I design most of my work like when I don't have him. So like the 3.5 days I don't have him, I'm working nonstop, and then the 3.5 days I do have him, I'm like choppy. Like I don't work on the family bit. I don't work during the family business during those days. I just really do him and music. You know what I'm saying on those days. You know what I mean. But I work enough those other 3.5 days to cover me not working another 3.5 days. So you know what I mean. It's just one of those things where like I try not to leave. I try not to leave his side unless it's like a show or I got a session. I really try not to do sessions or show. Like if of course I'm gonna do a show on Saturdays or weekends. That I can't really help that. But like I try not to do sessions or I try to keep my schedule very limited on the weekends just because like that's his time and I gotta be with him unless it's like at night and then you know, he don't really mind me disappearing into the night. Like I come home from a show like 3 or 4 in the morning, he up like, yo, daddy, how's the show go? Like, you know what I'm saying? He waiting for me to come through the door. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, yo, all right, bro, like, I ain't finna keep him up because I know he not going to sleep till I walk through that door. And I for sure know that because I've come through that door 4 in the morning drunk. And he said, hey, daddy.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Like, man, you don't take. I was just waiting for you to get back.
Yeah.
Can you fix this with cereal? So 5 in the morning, want some cereal? I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, man. And then he go to sleep, and you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, like I say, man, you give everything the time it's worth, and that is a time that can't be measured. So. Like, but any other time, I just make sure, like, yo, if I'm gonna do a show, like, I let promoters know, hey, bro, I'm there for like a 3-4 hour max.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't doing all day, like, unless it's like pre-planned and I told you I could do that. Any other time, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be here for like 3-4 hours, and I gotta go. I'm a single father. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So, I always let everybody know, and pretty much for the most part, nobody's ever like really tripped and like, okay, cool. Like everybody works with me, so like it's cool.
Yes, that's real respect right there, boy. Straight up. So, okay, boom. I want to get into some music, man. How did you get into music? What got you started on that route?
As far as rapping,
yeah.
I'm overall a lover of music, so I would tell you that I used to be an R&B singer in my past life.
Yeah. Okay.
I was definitely Blue from the Temptations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely the baritone. You know what I mean? Yeah. The dark skinned brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just I'm a natural lover of music. Like I love 80s and 90s R&B.
Yeah.
I love 80s and 90s hip hop. Like I can remember being in a airport hearing Lisa Stansfield Around the World.
Yeah.
And thought it was Oprah. And like until maybe like it might have been 2 years ago, like I was playing something on Pandora and like it came up and it's a white woman. I'm like, yo, like this is beautiful, a beautiful voice. You know, no offense to white people, but I just was like, yo, I swore this was Oprah, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I thought it was Oprah. I was a kid, but like when I heard the song, I was like, yo, I remember like sitting in the airport with my mom and like hearing this song over the loudspeaker, and I'm like, that's like the very first song I remember hearing, like just ever hearing it, just being like, been around the world and I can't find my baby. Yeah. Like, bro, I just like that's always been in my head. Like when I found out, I'm like, yo, bro, like that's crazy. But like I've just always had soul in me. So like, you know, it's just one of those things where like I kept getting into music. I'm naturally like a clown, so like I don't know. I think I made a rap one time on the bus, and it was just like me BSing or something, and I just was like, that was pretty good. And then like I kind of, that was like 16 or 17. Then I met a friend in my senior year that had his own studio, and we started kicking it, and he started putting me on the mic, and I just I got a love for it there, and then I started a group with one of my best friends, and it just kind of kept spiraling from there.
Yeah, man. So, as far as when you think about music, would you say, you know, what, if any, negative impacts do you think music has on the youth today?
The same ones it had on us.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things where you find your balance. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm 31, bro, and like I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not the most like proper person, so I ain't gonna police I'm not gonna be hip hop police in my house. Yeah. But like it's just certain stuff. It's like, yo, like bro, you're 9. Yeah. Like, which I didn't realize when I was 9. Like, yo, bro, you're 9, bro. Like, But if I hear one more gun go off in the song, bro, you're done. You're done with music for the day, kid. Like if I hear one more gun go off in the song, bro, you're done for the day. Like your DJ habits are gonna be revoked, son. Like for real. So it's one of those things where it's just like you like let them enjoy it, just like the TV, man. You try to let them enjoy it in moderation and be like, hey, man, like not everything is for everybody, and there are certain songs you should not be hearing. So like, bro, if I hear a word, bro, I know it's gonna come from an outside source, bro. So please, don't be talking like them, because the moment I find out, you're gonna be done.
Yeah.
The moment I find out you say something out of pocket, you're gonna be done. You know what I mean? And it's just like I said, it's one of those things where like kids gotta be kids. So like rap is a big culture now. So like it's one of those things where you can find an edited station. You just gotta get on there for your child and find it, and you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I think I did that one time and like it wasn't edited, and I just was like, hey, bro, if I hear one more gun, like Amazon Music gonna be or it was, what is it? The Google Play Store gonna be done for you, dog. Like you gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be in here jamming to the sound of Fortnite or something. Like it ain't gonna be no NBA YoungBoy in here no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you just like you balance it out, man. You just tell them like, hey, I do not want you repeating this shit. Like if I hear you repeat anything like this, bro, you done.
Straight up.
Like you done in here. Like ain't gonna be one time thing, bro. All I need to hear is one time, man. You're gonna be done. You know what I mean? So
that's real, man. And see, I was talking with my little brother the other day. We were just talking about music, whatever. And you know, I'm just like you say, I'm always just big music person, man. That was just my thing.
Yeah, but like I'm like, and we talking about like real trap heavy, like the most gangsters music ever, like Gucci, man, all of that. So like I understand, like so like when I'm like, all right, bro, like I'm not finna be the hip hop police, because I was there at one point in time, and I'm pretty sure you hear me play something that I shouldn't play around you. But again, like that don't mean you supposed to be playing it all the time. Like you don't need to have that song, because I don't got it on repeat, but you don't need to have it on repeat or any type of song. I don't think you should have any type of song on repeat, because what you need to know those words for, you feel me? Like, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the song play.
Well, I know when I was 9, boy, I was listening to
all types of shit.
Boy,
all types of it.
I don't know why I was listening to certain stuff, boy. I'm like, golly, boy, I was really wildin', boy.
Yeah.
Really was out there, like, for real. And, you know, it's like I started really looking at, like, how much it influenced me as I got older. Like I was straight all the way through like high school, and I think I ain't really started tripping until after high school.
Well, I would say I was tripping after, like my older self. I was tripping, 19 to like 22, like 19 to about like right 22, like right before my son was born. Man. I was tripping like that. That's why you get that speed humping. You gotta smooth it out. You gotta slow it down. You feel me? Like, cause you gonna be a crash dummy out here. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a couple people crash out. So, like, if you see that, you kind of like, you either do it more, or you just be like, oh, I don't need that to be me. So you just chill out, man.
That's real, man. So when you what you think about that the battle from a couple days ago, the whole Jeezy Gucci thing?
I tell people like, man, that's like, I don't know if everybody's upset. Like, I ain't upset about it, but I'm frustrated with the people about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think like going into it, I don't think people are understanding that. You may think Jeezy has better songs, but this is like more of a culture thing.
Yeah.
Like Gucci versus Jeezy is a culture thing.
Yeah.
And it's like it's really about ethics.
Yeah.
Like the most important part about this is ethics. Is that, you know what I'm saying? Gucci and Jeezy went through what they went through, and people are like, well, it's about music. No, it's not. Like, you sent a man to kill me.
Yeah.
Like, this is bigger than like this is about. It's a verse, so it is about music. But as far as the culture, this is like the most gangsters we can get on a gangster level. This is having Tupac and Biggie in the same room. You feel me? Like, so some shit was supposed to get broke, but you know what I'm saying? Older stage in their life, they didn't. And I just feel like my only frustration is with people who like, well, Jeezy smashed him. No, he didn't. Like, like if you know street music, you know Gucci won that battle, hands down. Especially after he played the truth. But like you just know that, like y'all, like certain people are talking about music, but I'm talking about culture. Like he kept the same energy the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was staged, like he kept the same energy the whole time. And like I just feel like people who didn't understand how big Gucci is, like or how big Gucci is, like or what he's responsible for, I feel like just because like Jeezy's the mainstream one, because you got to understand like Jeezy's the one who went mainstream, and then Gucci just stayed underground until he just was like, all right, cool. Like when he went mainstream, he still could have stayed independent.
Yeah.
When Jeezy went mainstream, he couldn't have stayed in. He could have stayed independent, but he wouldn't have been as successful. So like that's my take on it, is that like I understand that some people like, yeah, Jeezy is who you saw first, but like let's not get this clear. Gucci Mane was the real gangster in this party. You know what I mean? Like the real gangster in this party. And yeah, and I understand people grow. Both of them have grown, but like this wasn't a Martin Luther King rally. Like that's not like when people thought that like, oh, he was trying to be a man. Like I understand that, but that's not what this was. This wasn't a Martin Luther King rally. This was a gangster fight. You feel me? So like you can't bring your Martin Luther King out in a gangster fight after you don't try it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, bro. Like don't hit me with that. Like he's being immature. You tried to kill him. Like that's the ultimate immature you can do, is try to take me out of this world. You know what I'm saying? About a song.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And like I said, I still think that, you know, they were younger. That was some stupid shit to do. No lie, you know what I'm saying? But it happened, and now they're grown, and like both of the men are successful as hell, and you know what I mean? And that's nice to see, and you know what I'm saying? But like I say, just as far as my take on the culture, like it's weird out here. Like we got, like I love people who went to college and stuff, but like they out here judging street shit now, and like that's like I don't know why, like that ticked me off the other morning. Like I'm like arguing with my best friend. I'm like, yo, you talking about Billboard hits? I'm not talking about Billboard hits. He just said he was gonna do something. He just said, fuck his dead homeboy. Like, well, we not talking about that. This is a gangster party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are not judging this by gangster rules. Y'all are talking about other stuff, and I'm like, I feel you, but like it's just one of those things where that was really like the hood versus like the suburbs the other day. That was really like you could tell, like, okay, bro, like you not even getting my point, because the biggest point here is the man tried to kill him, and he survived it, and in my opinion, he's had a longer career than Jesus. Like, you know what I'm saying? How many, like, I was, my point in my group chat was like, Jesus been hot like maybe 2-3 times. Gucci's been hot like 4 or 5 times. Like, and now he's like mainstream hot. Every time, like that whole mixtape run, that was like a Wayne-like run he was on. Like, and you had to like be there to be like, yo, bro, bro, each mixtape might have been 16 songs, but there were 8 great songs on each of those mixtapes. Like when he started playing all of those songs, bro, I instantly knew all of those songs the other night. And my son in the car looking like, who is this nigga? Like, who is this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that knowing every word, but it's just like, you know, it's one of those things where I was glad to see nobody get hurt. And like I said, man, I know, like, me being childish, the bigger picture is they're both successful black men, and you know what I'm saying? But the inner childish, earlier me was like, yo, bro, gangsters always gonna, like, that wasn't gangster in there. Like, Jeezy, like, showed us that he wasn't gangster, how those records that he played portrayed him to be gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just like, I tell people all the time, like, I like my gangster rappers to be gangster. Like, I don't want to hear about nobody chain getting snatched and then you letting off 30 clips in a song and then do it. Like, that's just not me. Like, I'm a realist. Like, like I said, I don't condone violence, but if you're gonna be gangster,
if you're gonna say that, then
be about it, because that's the type of energy you bring. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I learned in rap early. Like, if you bring that type of energy to yourself, that's the type of energy that's gonna come to you. Like, I know some people, like, I was like, yo, bro, like, why are you rapping like that? And they were like, yo, this is how I rap. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and next thing you know, they got and getting stuck up, and it's like, hey, bro, like you
was
gang banging in the rounds, bro. Like, I mean, if I hear it, I'm gonna expect you to have the 30 on you all times, bro, and just rather let that bitch go.
Yeah,
and that's just how I think, like, cause my favorite rappers were like people like BG and Soulja Slim, like. Them was real gangsters, you feel me? Like real gangsters. Like the earlier BG was like my favorite rapper. Probably like I like the earlier BG better than I like the earlier Wayne, man.
Yeah.
Just cause like it was just like you could tell he was straight out the street and just still living and just still trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where I am, cause like I feel like he was a lot older than everybody else. So like he was just like trying to get his footing in the world as a man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like that's something different to rap about too. You know what I mean? It's just being in the sun trying to figure this shit out, and like knowing that you're trying to figure out, but knowing that it's still fucked up out here. Like I still gotta do whatever I gotta do to get it. So
I was gonna ask you your favorite 5 rappers all time.
All right.
Your favorite.
In no order, I'm gonna go Warren G. I'm gonna go Currency.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
Trick Daddy. And like, cause I'm all over the place, I would dare to throw like, just cause like I like certain sounds, man, and certain things captivated me, and like I kind of like A-Ball and MJG. I put them, you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely put them in there, man, cause like they just an outcast.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I probably take Nipsey Hussle out for Outkast. Yeah. I'd do that, man. Just cause like a lot of those things came on later in my life, but like Outkast has always been around, like, and they've always like that Equipment album was like gold to me, like when I was younger, man, and just Warren G, the way he man, G-Funk had such a big fucking influence on my rap style, bro. Like him, DJ Quick, Snoop Dogg, like, man, like, bro, the first time I heard Snoop Dogg, I was like, yo, this is wild, G. Like, he's talking. Like, he ain't rapping, like, he just talking, bro, on beat. And it's just, like, the coolest shit ever, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, like, one of those things where, like, me being from the South is crazy, because, like, I like all the Southern music. Like, I'm gonna listen to Trick Daddy, like, all the old Trick Daddy albums, all the JT Money albums, but just like when I hear like a Warren G beat, like I'm tapped in, like I grew up in the Bay or something. I'm just like, bro, like I don't even know.
See, you kind of like me when I was like, I don't really listen to mainstream rap anymore, but back then, boy, I was. And that's what me and my little brother was talking about the other day. Like, I was on everything. Like,
everything.
Of course, I love all the Southern stuff. That was like
I was
my
on
thing.
everything.
But like, when
everything.
it came to Joel Santana and Dipset and
all of that.
Dr. Dre, man, I was on all that. All the boys from Texas.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like around 12, maybe 11 to 14, like I was a huge Eminem fan. Like, like huge.
I think I liked him for probably 2 years.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you when. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you when it got weird. After the Eminem show, it kind of like it ain't get weird. It just got a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, okay, bro, I ain't killing people yet, bro. So I don't know nothing about that. But like I think like just like the visualization that Eminem had, and like his just listening to it and being like, yo. For sure, I want to say that song is called Drip, but it's a D13 song, and like they was so fucking like just so vivid in their description, bro. I thought I was burnt or something.
Yeah.
But I thought I had something because I was like, bro, like this nigga's describing some shit going on with my body, bro. And I'm like, I might need to go to the doctor. Like I was telling my mom, hey, can you take me to the doctor? Like I think she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, it's just I don't know, bro. Like this man talking about disease, and I'm like, bro, he kind of described something I was just going through.
Yeah.
I don't know my body, bro. Can somebody take me to the doctor, bro? And it's just one of those things where, like, I enjoyed the surprise element of Eminem for a while. Yeah, and I was always able to respect his MC background.
Yeah, that's real. I wanted to ask you about this. I know you're a big advocate for marijuana, man. I want you to talk about that.
Okay. I am Florida's favorite stoner. Yeah. I do believe that weed is not a drug, but everything is good in moderation. So, you know what I mean? We need to free all the black and brown people that's locked up behind something that people are now making billions of dollars on. Not millions, billions. You feel me? Easy, and they're making it harder for black and brown people to get into the business. But you know, I like I said, man, I don't like pills. So like I can remember like that 19 to 20 phase when I used to like pop pills, like and not a lot, but just a couple more times than I like to admit that I just was like, yo, bro. Like when I look back, I was just like, drugs ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Weed, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't like weed, and that's cool too, but like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really an alcohol person early in my life, so like I'm a grown man, so like I have a drink every now and then, you know what I'm saying, before I go to bed or something, but other than that, man, like I just feel like I have back spasms, like I know like for sure it helps medical wise, like you just gotta like I say, use it in moderation, and if you want to use it for medicine, go to a doctor. Like they'll make sure they get you the right stuff. Make sure like you ain't buying no bullshit weed too. Like that's key, because like a lot of people, like street weed has a lot of chemicals in it, and people don't know that. And, so you just gotta watch what you buy, because not all weed is like, yeah, weed is weed, but like all marijuana ain't good marijuana. And so like you don't want to be just putting anything in your body, like them pens and stuff. Like make sure you know where they're coming from, because like that oil can be made in so many different ways with so many different chemicals that you can buy some cheap bud and then just buy the chemicals, and it'll make the oil, like it'll take the extracts and just drip it off the tree, but you don't use like Lord knows what to get it off the actual plant. So now all of that is in there, and like people are getting sick and shit. So just make sure you watch what you put in your body, man, and if you're unsure, go see somebody about it. That's you know real. What I mean? Like I ain't gonna tell you what to do, because I do what I do, and that's because I know what I know. But if you're interested, go see somebody, ask somebody, you know what I mean, and just be safe, man. Be safe with anything. Just like with any grown people activity. Just do what you got to do and enjoy it if you're gonna enjoy it.
That's real. Cause see, like growing up, I was always like super against. Like I was in what was it, SWAT? SWAT, okay,
students working against the back. I was in SWAT.
Yeah.
I was in SWAT, and they lied. But weed does nothing to you, bro. Like, I mean, it gets you high. You attack the refrigerator, but other than that, bro, that's a lie. Like, all the other drug shit is true. But when they get to the marijuana portion of the course, it's a fucking lie. They're going to lie to you. Believe that.
Yeah. Because see, I was so against it all the way up until probably, I think the first time I ever smoked I was 20, maybe 20. I think it was 2009. Okay. Me and you the same, man. So yeah, it was about 20. 2009 was like, we were 20.
I for sure was a full-blown weed smoker about 20.
Yeah. So 20, that's the first time I hit it, and then from that point I was like, well, shoot, this is kind of straight.
Yeah, it ain't bad, you know what I'm saying?
And I did it for like 2 years. And then, I gave him life to the Lord or whatever. And then I was like, man, boy, weed, devil, this and that. So I just stopped. And over the years, now the more and more I've looked into certain
You just gotta
things,
educate yourself. That's it. That's all. That's all. Like that's just what you. That's life, though. You know what I'm saying? You might not understand something. And it's cool. Like I got people who I got people in my family who feel that way.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, like if you know me, you know I'm not like you know me personally, and you know I don't just make decisions just to make them. Then there is a reason I'm doing this. Like you know what I mean? Like so, I just like I would like to think that. Just trust my judgment. If like an outer person can't really do nothing about somebody who don't know me. But just like if you know me, just trust that I'm making a good choice, and you know what I mean. And everything will be okay. Like I understand you might be worried, but like bro, like I'm not out here doing crack. Yeah. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I'm not out here doing crack.
For real.
Just because I show up to the fucking family brunch 15 minutes late, high as shit, don't mean we need to have an intervention, uncle, like we cool, like that's how I show up everywhere. I'm 31, this is how I show up everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, like, you know, I show up to games like this. The only place I don't show up like this is schools. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but other than that, man, it's one of those things where it's like, man, if you gonna trip, all right, whatever, like, I can't help that. But I know what I know, and I know I'm trying to be as some of the shit we eat is worse than marijuana.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once I found that out, like it's like, bro, I'll just be like, what'd you eat, bro? Like let me look that up, because if anything is in your diet that's worse than marijuana, I'm finna get at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just one of those things where like, all right, cool, like I let everybody know, like everybody know me, like they're pretty much cool with it, because they know I'm not abusing it, or I'm not really out here doing too much with it. They just know, hey man, he likes to smoke his weed, and like it's like when my aunt has a drink or something, you know what I mean? Like I don't do it in front of kids. I side around, like my son like sometimes like chase me, and I just be like, bro, it ain't time for me to smoke yet, because like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't not do it in front of him if he. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when kids like really trying to be on your trail, bro, they be on your trail, so it's like, all right, bro, I ain't finna tell him to go away because I want to smoke a blunt. Like, I'm gonna just wait till he get tired of me,
and I think that'd be a problem. Like me, I ain't so much against it now, but then like I'd be telling somebody like in a situation like that, like, bro, just don't let that or anything for that. You know, for that, if we gonna say it like that, weed, alcohol, or women,
all of that.
Man, all that. If that's taking precedence over things that should be more important, you might be tripping.
You might need to like reevaluate something. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, it be days where I have my days where I be like, hey, bro, go play the game, bro. Like, you like we been like, but that's after like I know we done been together for 5 hours, bro. Right. Like, bro, give me a break, bro. Like, but at that point, I'm like, bro, give me a break. Like, I've been with you, like, not that I don't love you, I love you to death, but like, give me 5 minutes to myself, bro. Listen. Like to myself, like to think and just figure out what the fuck is going on, because I'm fucked up right now. I've been around you 5 hours, bro. Not saying it's hard, but like, bro, like these kids like being around my child like to talk, so like you know what I'm saying, like I engage with him, you know what I'm saying, so but once I engage, like we there, like we locked in, and like he ain't trying to unengage until he ready, until like somebody else get his attention or something. But other than that, like I say, man, I don't really I don't do it in front of kids, and you know what I'm saying, I try to be respectful. If it's somebody like, you know, I got some friends who don't want it in their house or don't like it around their kids and stuff, and like I'm very respectful, you know what I mean? And so anybody who knows me know I'm gonna be responsible with what I got going on. So like it's just one of those things where like, hey, like that's what I do in my grown time, you know what I mean? And whenever I get my little grown personal me time, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not a drug person. Let's say that again. I am not a drug person, but I know people who do coke and they don't fuck with them. But like that, but they do it on their own time. You feel me? Like when their kids in bed or when their kids out on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Where they got the house to themselves, and you know what I'm saying, nobody's around for them to be responsible for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know when I seen that, I was like, you know what? If you gonna do coke, hey, like that's the most respectful. like I was like, damn. I'm like, damn, that's gangster. I'm like, if you gonna do drugs, like, send the kids off, bro. So they don't gotta see. He was like, yeah, man, we were sitting at my grandma's house for like 3 days. They don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's one of those things where he's like, yo, like, it's one of the things where I don't do it every month. He was like, man, I might do it like 2 times a year.
Yeah.
But like, that's what I do. Like, I'll send them off for 3 days and then, you know what I mean, handle my grown man business and then, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, everything can be handled in moderation. You just gotta have your priorities lined up and, you know what I mean?
Straight up. Yeah, man. And it's like I said, it's been some years for me. Like I ain't black. Well, next year will be 10 years actually.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's been since 2011, man. And you know, but
everything's not for everybody.
Yeah, everything. You know, like now with me being like I ain't got a problem with. For me.
It don't do nothing.
Yeah, it ain't. I'm straight on that. But it's like even I was like I don't even drink no more. But now it's like for like the last maybe 2 years now, I have a glass of wine with my wife. You know, we at the house.
That's different though. You know what I'm saying? That's like
chilling.
that's not even socially drinking. That's just like, hey, I'm finna have a glass of wine with my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we at the house.
You know what I'm saying? I feel good on wine, and you know what I'm saying?
And it's like, but I used to be so weird, you know, and I be looking at that now, like, I thank God, you know, and I think I had to go through that little time I went through, and now it helps me to understand people now, and it's like, I ain't judging nobody, like, you know, people see me now and they be like, oh, shit, you put the blood. Man, bro, keep your blood out, bro. I don't care about you smoke, bro. That's your weed, bro.
That's you. What you got going on is for you. You know
straight
what I'm
up, bro. Like, I don't, and I be having to tell my cousins and my brother and my friends, like, man, cuz, listen, when you see me come, bro, hit that blunt, bro.
Do what you do.
Hey, do what you do, bro. If you been to drink and you, hey, that's on you, my boy.
As long as you ain't doing nothing that's out of pocket, bro, I ain't got no problem, you know. But like I said, that's like, you know, one of those things where when I started reading, like I started fucking hemo-chepping myself out and shit. I was like, oh, hold on, chill out, man. Like, yo, bring it back, Dr. Umar. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bring the shit back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tone it down a little bit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, like you educate yourself on something, and then you try to apply it to your life, and sometimes you over-apply it, and then you got to readjust it. Yeah. But that don't mean you meant bad. That just was like, yo, bro, I just read a bunch of shit, and so like, yeah, bro, like, you need to know this.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be too much for somebody. Like, damn, bro, like, you just coming over here, like I accept, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. I'm gonna hear you out, but like, don't come over here like preaching to me about, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's whenever you learn something, you like really just wanna, you just wanna feed it to people, and that's all it is, bro. It's like I don't, because like I was just like, yo, bro, like you, like yeah, bro, you don't need to be doing that. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga like? Why, like, bro, let me put this book, like I said, like I ain't. You know what I'm saying? You just, like you say, you learn something and then you might apply it, you might over-apply it. But then you learn to readjust it and you know what I'm saying? And apply it to your everyday life without putting your thumb too heavy on the scale.
That's real, man. So, if you could give the 18-year-old version of yourself one piece of advice, what would you give him? What would you say to him?
Leave Gainesville.
Yeah. All right.
2 words. Leave Gainesville.
Yeah. All right.
Leave Gainesville.
Out of that.
Out. Not because it's a bad place, just because I tell people who haven't realized, who are from here, and people who come here for like school and stuff, or just come here to like move them, like, yo, like, don't get in trouble here, because once you're stuck here, you're stuck here. Like, don't get stuck here, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and you might not intentionally, you know, this is not a bad city, but like, you know what I'm saying, Gainesville is on the total spectrum, we in the middle of Florida, like, with basically South Georgia. You know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't know that what Florida looked like until like 5 or 6 years ago, whenever I started traveling, like, and started seeing palm trees and water. So, you know what I'm saying, I would tell them to leave Gainesville, not to like move, but like just leave, you know what I'm saying, and come back and see what you learn, see what you've seen, and apply it to your life, and maybe maybe I might have had different experiences. I would have left for a couple of years and, you know what I mean, not stayed around and stayed on the corner, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, you know, you live and you learn, and like I tell everybody young that, yo, leave. Like, if you come back, that's cool, but at least you left. You tried. Like, leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? See if you can survive somewhere else on your own, you know what I'm saying, without some family and friends. See if you can make it on your own. See what you really made of.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Without, you know what I'm saying, not saying I did it on my own here, but like, you know, we all have crutches. And sometimes we need to walk without the crutches. So, because they can hold us back to a point where we like, when we get to the point where we can't use them, we're like, oh, I can't walk without these motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's just one of those things where just go. You know what I'm saying? Live.
That's real. So if there's any young father out there listening right now, what would be a piece of advice that you would give a young father right now?
Be there every day.
All right.
Like, there are no days off. And the moment you start thinking that is the moment you start losing your influence as a parent. You know what I mean? Like, even fathers, like, if you don't have the best relationship with the mother, if you're there every day, like, there's nothing, like, what I've realized is that child won't have, like, you not being in their life. Like, the parent cannot want you to be in their life, but it's going to be hell dealing with a child that wants to see their other parent. Like, it's going to be hell on that other parent. So, to avoid those situations, be there from the jump. Like, when the child comes out, be there every day. You ain't got to like the person that you had the child with, but you got a child that you got to love. So, just be there every day, be in their corner, and be their biggest supporter, man. And it's actually a beautiful thing to watch a child grow into a person. You know what I mean? Grow personalities, grow interests, find out what they like, find out what they don't like. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest thing that blows me is, like, I love chocolate chip cookies. My son does not eat chocolate. Like, that's fucking nuts to me. Like, I love chocolate chip cookies. He won't touch chocolate. He won't, like, if chocolate go missing in the house, that's the one person we know did not take it. Like, cause we like, they like, oh, well, I'm like, man, oh, you know, I know you took it, cause you know, you don't even know he don't even eat chocolate. Yeah. You just assume kids eat all candy and all, like, he won't touch a Snickers, a Twix, nothing. Yeah. Nothing. If it's chocolate, he ain't gonna touch it. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where, like, you'll enjoy the person. I don't know, like, I just don't understand why people don't want to be in their kids' lives. Like, once you, like, if you go through a couple years, you be like, yo, like, yeah, I have my days, and yeah, this is some it can be some BS, but just stay the course, man, and you'll see the beauty in being a parent, man. And it's just some things you can't get, like time and your child being an actual baby and a child, man. So.
Straight up, that's real, man. But yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed this, man.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely learn something. Like I always say, man, I learn something every time I sit down with a dad, man. And I just love hearing these stories and hearing where other people will come from and hearing other people's experiences, because I believe that's something that we don't do enough as fathers, especially as black fathers and black men. I don't think we sit down and talk with each other enough, man. So I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. And like, this right here was something that I like to get to know somebody different.
Yeah, definitely.
This was outside of my comfort zone, you know. Me and you ain't never sat down and talked before. So yeah, it's definitely good, man.
And like I said, man, I tell people all the time, even when I'm on stage, like, the person you see in my videos is who I am in person. Like, when you see me doing dad shit, that's really me doing dad shit. Like, I'm in dad mode, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I am who you see on the internet. Like, I'm a very chill person, and, like, but I ain't really hard to talk to. I just don't talk. Yeah. Like, that's just me. Like, if I don't have nothing to say, I'm not gonna say nothing. Yeah. I'm just not gonna randomly start a conversation with somebody I don't know. That's just my personality. But if you can get me to talking, it's all love.
Yeah, that's real, man. Yeah, well, I appreciate you, my boy.
Man, anytime, man. Thank you, man. Great talk.
Sir.
Great talk.
Well, yeah, man. For all of our listeners out there, y'all continue to stay tuned, man. Continue to continue supporting. You know, we're on season 4. We're gonna continue to keep pushing, man. I got a lot of great dads. I ain't running out. Trust me. I know too many dads.
Too many dads.
So, yeah, man. We're gonna continue to push this thing, man. We're gonna continue to change the narrative. Y'all continue find Blazel on Facebook. Give them all your social media.
Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Blazel double M. Blazel, the word double, and then just M, man. And tap in, man. I'm a very, very cool guy, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all continue to y'all go find him on social media, follow him, and we're gonna continue to keep it pushing, man. That's Dad Can We Talk. We out.
Take the ride. Anybody say they perfect, believe me, they lie. I made some mistakes back in the days, but sometimes maturity don't come with age. The game don't change unless you change the plays. You gotta let some things go and let some things stay. My promise to you is I'll do my part. You might not understand, but it come from the heart. You heard what side of the story, but that ain't mine. Now I say all wounds heal with time. When you know better, then you do better. The world will try to hold you down, but don't let them. Be pure and hard, have faith in God. Stay prayed up, and that's a good start. I left without noticing you couldn't take it. It ain't your fault, me and